Can I go forward when my heart is here? Turn round, dull earth, and find your center out.
Romeo! My cousin, Romeo!
Romeo! He is wise, and on my lie hath stolen him home to bed.
He ran this way and left the orchard wall. Call, good Mercutio.
Oh, nay, I'll conjure too. Romeo! Humor! Madman! Passion! Lover! Appear thou in the likeness of a sigh. Speak but one rhyme, and I am satisfied. Cry but, ah me, pronounce but love and dove. Speak one word to Venus, one fair word, one nickname for her purblind son and heir. Young Cupid, he that shot so fair. He heareth not, he stirreth not, he moveth not. The ape is dead, and I must conjure him. I conjure thee by Rosaline's bright eye, by her high forehead and her scarlet lip, by her fine foot, straight leg, and quivering thigh, and the domains that there adjacent lie, that in thy likeness thou appear to us.
And if he hear thee, thou wilt anger him.
This cannot anger him. Twould anger him to raise a spirit in his mistress's circle, letting it there stand till she had laid it and conjured it down. My invocation was fair and honest. I conjured only to raise up him.
Come, he hath hid himself amongst these trees to be consorted with the humorous night. Blind is his love, and best befits the dark.
Well, if love be blind, love cannot hit the mark. Now will he sit under a medlar tree and wish his mistress were of that kind of fruit as maids call medlars when they do lie alone. Romeo, that she were, oh, that she were, an open, etc., and thou a popper in pear. Romeo, good night. I'll to my truckle bed. This field bed is too cold for me to sleep. Come, shall we go?
Go then, for 'tis in vain to seek him here that means not to be found.
Ooh.
He jests at scars that never felt a wound. What's off? What light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale with grief that thou, her maid, art far more fair than she. Be not her maid, since she is envious. Her best livery is but sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast it off. It is my lady. Oh, it is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. He speaks, yet she says nothing. But what of that? Her eye discourses. I will answer it. Oh, I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. Two of the brightest stars in all the heaven, having some business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in their spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there, they in her head? Oh, the brightness of her cheek would shame those stars as daylight doth a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think it were not night. Oh, see how she lays her cheek upon her hand. That I were a glove upon that hand, that I might touch that cheek.
I mean,
she speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for thou art as glorious to this night, being o'er my head, as is the winged messenger of heaven, when he bestrid the lazy pacing clouds and danced upon the bosom of the air.
Oh, Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or if thou wilt not, be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What Montague? Is it nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man? Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes without that title. Oh, Romeo, doff thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I am new baptized. Henceforth never shall I be Romeo.
What man art thou, that thus bescreened a night so stumblest on my counsel?
By name I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself, because it is an enemy to thee. Could I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's utterance, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place deck, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love's light wings did I o'erperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do, that dares love attempt. Therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there is more peril in thine eyes than in 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
Would not for the world they found thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight, and but thou love me, let them find me here. 'Tis better ended by their hate than life prolonged wanting of thy love.
By whose direction found you out this place?
By love, that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel, and I lent him eyes. I am no pilot, but wert thou as far as that vast shore washed with the farthest sea, I would adventure for such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of night is on my face, else would a maiden blush but paint my cheek for that which thou hast heard me speak tonight. Fain would I dwell on fortune, fain deny what I have spoke, but farewell compliment. Dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say aye, and I will take thee at thy word. But if thou swearest, thou mayest prove false. At lovers' perjuries, they say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully. Or if thou thinkst I am too quickly won, I'll frown and be perverse and say thee nay, so thou wilt woo. But else, not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more cunning to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess, but that thou overheardst ere I was ware my true love passion, therefore pardon me, and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by yonder blessed moon, I swear, that tips with silver all these fruit tree tops.
Then swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon that monthly changes in her circled orb, lest thy love prove likewise variable.
What shall I swear by?
But do not swear at all. Or if thou wilt, swear by thy gracious self, which is the god of my idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart's dear love.
Oh, no, but do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy of this contract tonight. It is too rash, too sudden, too unadvised, too like the lightning which does cease to be ere one can say it lightens. Sweet, good night. This bud of love by summer's ripening breath may prove a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, good night. As sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love's faithful vow for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Oh, wouldst thou withdraw it? For what purpose, love?
But to be frank, and give it thee again. And yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea, my love is deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise within. Dear love, adieu. And I'm the nurse! Sweet Montague, be true. Stay but a little. I will come again.
Oh, blessed, blessed night! I'm afeard, being night, all this is a dream, too flattering sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and then good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage, send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee, where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madam!
I come anon! But if thou means not well, I do beseech thee.
Madam!
By and by I come! To cease thy suit and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow will I send.
So thrive my soul!
1,000 times good night.
Oh, 1,000 times the worse to want thy light. Love goes toward love as schoolboys from their books. Love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Romeo! Oh, for a falconer's voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse and may not speak aloud, else would I tear the cave where echo lies and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine with repetition of my Romeo's name. Romeo!
It is my soul that calls upon my name. Oh, my dear!
At what o'clock tomorrow shall I send to thee?
At the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgot why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I love thy company.
I'll still stand, but thou wilt still forget, forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning, I would have thee gone, and yet no further than a wanton's bird, who lets it hop a little from her hand, like a poor prisoner in his twisted gyves, and with a silk string plucks it back again, so loving jealous of his liberty.
I would I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I would kill thee with much cherishing. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thine eye, peace in thy breast. Oh, would I were sleep and peace so sweet to rest. Hence will I to my ghostly father sell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.